Hi, Norbert here, energy engineer, in highlighting today in this story my opinion that electricity today is too important to rely in full trust on the public infrastructure. In the bustling metropolis of Catania, situated at Europe's largest volcano, the Etna, summer days were usually filled with sun-drenched afternoons, crowded beaches, joyful laughter, and relaxed evenings. However, in the summer of 2023, the effects of climate change were quietly preparing to disrupt this idyllic scene. As temperatures soared and weeks passed without rainfall, wildfires began to ravage forests, parks, and also essential infrastructures. It wasn't just the changing climate that was forming a threat. The human response to the heat waves exacerbated the situation, with a surge of installations and also switching on of air conditioners. The strain on the already overloaded infrastructure was building up, leading to a domino effect of grid failures. While headlines in the world highlighted similar scenarios, some even worse than what was experienced in Catania, the impact varies significantly in the region. While our small town, nestled up on the slopes of the volcano, endured only 8 hours of power outages, peripheral areas of the city struggled with up to 3 days of blackouts. The sense of unease and anxiety permeated the air, but it was the human toll that really underscored the gravity of the situation. During my conversations with several persons of the whole region, I heard firsthand accounts on caused by extended power outages. Families were left without electricity for days on end, rendering their refrigerators useless and disrupting also their water supply. This was a real problem because many families, nearly all families, rely on electric pumps to get water from their reserve water tanks. As a result, many families were forced to seek temporary shelter with family in other cities. The blackout also impacted businesses, small businesses, that heavily depend on refrigeration of products like shops or cooling of spaces like hotels. The damage incurred by these businesses was very high. The global news and the statistical data underlined the gravity of the situation in the whole world. Power outages were increasing worldwide, affecting both developing nations and wealthier countries. As an example, the number of power outages in the United States has doubled in 2023 respective to 2003, the double of power outages in 20 years. And that in spite of all the advancements in technology and infrastructure. My opinion is that this alarming rise in power outages highlights the urgent need also of individual solutions. Recently, experts are sounding the alarm for the coming summer. The CEO of a prominent European electricity provider cautioned that even the German grid is not well equipped to withstand 1. The impact of the climate change, the rapid expansion of variable renewable energy producers like wind parks and photovoltaic fields, and third, the rising demand of energy, especially by the response of people to heat waves, for example with air conditioners. Imagine such a situation after reading the bestseller Blackout of Mark Ellsberg in the description. It has been much analyzed by European experts as it is at the same time scaring and realistic. Returning to the heat waves, to the power outages of 2023 in the coastal area of Sicily, near Mount Etna, there was a YouTube channel that showed experiments with three systems. which were different in cost level and features. These solutions offer, also in the coming summer, relief for individual households. So, what can we learn from this story? And how can we equip ourselves for a more enjoyable summer with less worries? As citizens, we have to play our part in creating a safer situation for the community. And one way to do this is to make rational use of energy. For example, instead of relying for cooling only on air conditioners, we can add more energy efficient solutions to the mix, such as fans and evaporative coolers. Moreover, we can switch on high power devices during off-peak hours whenever possible. This will help to flatten the demand curve on the electrical grid. Additionally, it's necessary that we educate ourselves on the prevention of wildfires. Even 10 minutes of searching and documenting yourself on the internet or local authorities, also for example on YouTube, can make the difference for the coming summer. But even if we must contribute to the collective safety, we are individuals and it is legitimate to prepare also our families, alleviating personal anxiety about the coming summer. Well, hear me. Do we really have to think in this way? So many people eagerly anticipate this wonderful period of the year, the summer. Okay, that's good. But on the condition that you prepare. Allow me to highlight again 2 videos which I prepared the last summer during and after the blackout, illustrating our response to the failing infrastructure in the town on the Etna. I recently completed the third solution explained on those videos, which restores power to the whole house. Every electric outlet, light fixture and domestic appliances in the house. This option also provides the highest power, equal to the contracted power with the electricity supplier. This is the first video of the new Opinions playlist. Over the course of 3 decades, I've become increasingly impatient, witnessing our response to the deteriorating situation. It feels as though we were frogs in a pot, peacefully observing as the water heats up, which may be pleasant for a short time. Promising ideas and logical solutions remain unadopted. At times, I have my own ideas, yet struggle to draw the attention I think they deserve. Well, I will now showcase them on this new playlist. I invite you to assist me to spread these ideas, if you like them, by sharing the link with your friends and family. Who knows, it may propel us a few steps into the right direction. Oof, I can't help to think that Jonah, so many years ago in Assyria, must have had a large YouTube channel when his warning about the impending disaster in Nineveh was understood by so many people so fast. If you find yourself in agreement with the opinions on this playlist, please show your support in the comment section. Alternatively, kindly explain your vision below. Please come back in a few days to see my new solution on the power blackouts, which comes in addition to the more modest in budget and also in features. Or just subscribe to the channel so then you won't miss it. I wish you good energy.